From my side, no, Deepak, I was issue.
Okay. Audio Mohan, all good? What was the page number? Do you guys remember? Till here, I think we have covered it. Command division. So I think we covered. Then what is the use of customer account group? What is the primary function of a customer account group? Anyone? Audible? Data which will be used uh, by various module actually. It's not someone, okay, they are the owner, it's not like that. Multiple module uses the same metal master. And I've shown you earlier also, let me open one metal master. This is M03 to open any metal master. As I told you, see, there are so many views actually. Each view will have its own data. And based on views, actually, we know which data it will hold. Like if you see the sales of data and all, sales of one, data two, sales plan data, then also if you see accounting, then sales tax. So wherever you see the sales word actually basically that is primarily owned by SD consultant only. But as I said, it's interlinked, it's a centralized ERP, so many data are being shared across all the modules. So primarily on higher level, if you want to segregate, so this is how we segregate actually. The basic data will be owned by the consultant. SD will own the, as I said, all the views which contains the term sales that is owned by SD. Again will also own the purchasing data. Purchase means the material management actually. As I told you, OTC, order to cash, and FG are same. And purchasing departments are same. Or sometimes you call it P2P also. Procure to pay. Means you are procuring something and then you are going to pay someone to, right? It's procure to pay. In OTC, the cycle starts from order, then cash, right? You buy something and at the end you get the cash, right? You get the payment. So that's why how to call P2P and OTC. Now let's see uh, how what and all data are there in the metal master. But before we proceed, so earlier it was up to 20 character in ECC actually, the length of the metal master. If you see in our case, we have used 8 character, right? 3G12 underscore 96 F. So it's total 8 character metal master we have used. We have created actually. So the length can be up to 20 in ECC. Okay. Whereas in S4 HANA, the length is increased to 40 characters. Now you can create a metal master which can have the naming up to 40 characters. But also again, it's not mandatory that okay, if SAP has given up to 40 characters, then you have to use it. No, it's up to you. If, as I said, SAP gives all those options. If you need your business requirement is there, then only you use it, right? So similarly, the 40 character length of metal master is also something which, if your business requires that sort of uh, long length of metal numbers, then you use it. If it is not, if it doesn't require, you can still continue with your 20 character thing. And also, by default in S4HANA, that 40 character length is not enabled by default. Basically, it's some sort of setting. It is primarily or by default it's not on actually. If you want to use for 40 character, you have to make it on. then only you can use it. So by default, it's up to 20 only, but there is a provision to go up to 40 character. Clear? Any doubt on this one? The length of the metal master in Ishiki and Hana?
No, no, no.
Okay. Now you see, uh, if you see, as I said, I told you there are 60 or 20 character, right? So how we generally name it? We give some sort of see when you are creating a metal master, right? You simply don't create 1, 2, 3, 4, ABC, some pattern you follow basically, right? So this is one of the primary pattern or one of the example of pattern how you can name or how you can give you the name for the metal master. Let's say the first four digit will tell us the product. Let's say you're selling piano or guitar or that kind of stuff. So the first four digits something you will take to denote as a product. Then which age group it belongs to. Then the dosage, here it is given the example of a medical thing actually medical industry. So it has taken the product name as a medicine name, the age group, how much dosage is required, and the packaging. So this is how they are following. I mean, in this example is following that pattern. So it's up to business how they want to create the metal mass. So you can just give the code also. Few companies they simply type code 1, 2, 3, 4, some sort of coding. That's it. But some company they will create the code something that will give some sort of initial idea what this product is all about. Let's say bottle 20 ml. That is the name of the metal itself. So from there itself, someone if enter that metal bottle 20 ml, they know okay they are going to sell some bottle of this container capacity is 20 ml. Okay. Now when you create a metal master, as in customer master, when we create or sales order we create some number engine it comes right. Some number it's generate. Let's say I'm creating a sales order, I get one number, right? So similarly, when you create a material, some number will be created. And in SAP, basically, not in Metal Master, not in sales order, not in customer master, everywhere, for numbering, there are two patterns basically. Either it could be internal or it could be external. Any idea what is internal, what is external? What is the internal number range? What is external number range?
Internally, like company, I mean, SAP is giving the number.
Right,
Externally, like we are giving the number.
exactly. So internal means we have given some number ranges to SAP to follow, and SAP will follow sequential way. Let's say I given a number 1 to 100. I'm creating first material master. First material system will give 1. Then I created the other next material system will give 2. So like that it will follow some patterns. But in external what could happen? You can give any number up to 1 to 100. You can create 99 as the first material. You can create 80 as the second material. You can give any number. Right? So again it's as per the business requirement how they want to follow it. Yes. Now there are few things important to master material master. The first is industry sector. If you go to our material master, let me open it. You see this I button, right? You click on this I button, it will give you few basic idea what this material industry sector and material type. Okay, these two information you need to come here because let's say first let's talk about the industry sector only. So what kind of industry or what kind of industry sector this metal belongs to? Whether it's a mechanical engineering or something. Let me open another screen, then I can show you the other software what we have in the industry sector. So T code will be MM01. And then you see these many industry sector we can have it. Retail, automobile, Ola spare part, retail chemical industry, automobile industry, right? Mechanical engineering. So all those you can have. The next is your material type. What type of material it is? Whether it's a finished good, whether it's a raw material, whether it's a semi-finished, whether it's a trading good. Okay, raw means something where, as I said, whenever you're doing any business in the manufacturing industry, you require some sort of raw material, right? Then only you, what do you call? You do some manufacturing process, you do some operation into that, you do some value addition to that material, then it becomes a finished good, and then you sell it. So the first is raw material. That who will handle this raw material mostly? Which department or which module will handle this raw material mostly?
Manufacturing.
No, not manufacturing.
Material
Material
management,
management,
MM,
purchasing department.
MM group.
Okay.
They are going to buy, right? All the buying thing from vendor who handles purchasing department, MM module. So they will be mostly dealing with the raw material thing. Now, semi-finish. Sometimes what happens, we give, see, as its name suggests, semi-finish means it's not raw, it's not totally finished. Somewhere in between. Okay, you can understand semi-finish good as it uh, you give your raw material to some subcontractor company. Okay, let's say you have some ball bearing, right? And the ball bearing requires what you call some sort of CNC operation into that. Okay, CNC is a machine actually, computer generated machine actually that works on a very high precision. And you have that requirement that every that gear and tool material requires some sort of machining in the CNC. So what you can do, you can just send your material to that subcontracting company. They will do that operation on behalf of you, and they will deliver it to you. They will deliver it to. Then you can use it to your car or to truck or whatever automobile what do you call product you are going to sell. So that subcontracting is also some sort of process in SAP actually. SAP SD, we call it subcontracting process. So now when you give some raw material to your subcontractor, they do some process in that and then they return it, right? So that product, something you can call it semi-finished. You cannot sell it directly to the market. But it is not raw, it's not completely finished. When you combine all them, when you assemble everything, then it becomes your finished goods. Finished goods is something that directly we are going to sell it. When it's ready to sell, right? Who will handle this finished good mostly? SD team, SD consultant, SD module. Because we are going to sell it. Yes. Another type of good could be trading good. Let me go to metal master again. You see this material type. You have so many things. Few you need to remember. As I said, FERT. It's not FERT. I don't know who created this. This group. This is the standard one actually. FERT. Okay. If someone asks you what is the what do you call material type for finished good, you need to say FERT. And you can remember this DEIN also. As I said, whenever you're doing any business, it's not only the tangible goods that you're going to sell. There could be some services also that you're going to sell, right? So that service is a different type of material. In SAP, everything we call it material. It's not whether it's a tangible or non-tangible, that's another thing. In SAP, that code has to be created, right? Even if it's a service. So that material will have that material type as service. Yeah. Now you see semi-finished, HALB, HAWA trading. So at least these four you should remember. Okay. HAWA means trading, HALB means semi-finished, FERT is your completely finished product, and one more I told you, right? DIEN, the service. So at least 4 5 you should remember. Now, okay, now what kind of material you will call it as trading good? Let's say something which you don't produce, right? Something which you don't produce, but what you do, you whenever the customer comes to you, you get it from some small vendor, then you deliver it. So you're simply doing some trading actually. You're not doing any manufacturing, you're not doing any sort of activity in your own plant. You just buy it from somewhere, you sell it. So it's just a pure trade. So that material we call it trading material. Uh, there are few errors actually that you may get when you create metal masses. That all it has given. Yeah, let's go to one by one, which each view which are important to us. As I told you, there are n number of field in metal master. Let me go to metal master again. You see, in each view it has so many fields. You see, but as I said again, we don't use every field. Whichever is relevant for us or relevant for our business or our client, that only we use. Remaining, no need to use. But yeah, as usual, there will be few fields which are mandatory. Okay. Now let's go one by one actually. Oh, the first is your basic data. Let's go to basic data first. See, if you see there is small arrows, right? If you click here, you can see all the views actually, and then you can directly switch to any view. Okay. Or this all arrow will also work if you go right and then you can go left also. But here also it's easy to see all the views in one screen only. Then you can go to whichever view you want to go. Now let's go to basic data. So this is in basic data 1. Yeah, now the first is base unit of measure. Whenever you are selling anything, right? Whether it could be in kg, it could be in ton, it could be in liter, it could be in meter, right? So that unit of measure has to be there. What will be unit of measure for any servicing material? I told you, right? The business will be doing some sort of servicing also, some sort of service industry. What would be the base unit of measure for any service material? Just think logically, not in the field, not to go into the SAP. Just think logically. What could be unit of measure?
Service
Yeah,
materials, like it would be like
could it be a kg, liter?
piece service. Services, it's a period
Uh,
from to.
The period is also fine, but can I call service material that will have that base unit of measure the kg or liter or meter? No, right?
No,
So then EA, each piece, because let's say you are going to get some AC servicing done, right? When you call to that customer care and then you say, I have one AC which needs repairing or which needs servicing. Or let's say you are running a big company where you have multiple ACs installed, right? And then you call to the company, let's say LG or to Samsung or to Voltas anywhere, and then you call them for servicing. What they'll ask you, how many ACs you want to get serviced? So they will then you say, let's say I need 15 AC that needs servicing. So what they will do, 15 pieces or 15 each actually. Okay. It could not be in kg liter, but it could be each EA. Okay. And when you are selling some liquid material that is measured in liter, then you can have liter, multiple unit of measure we have actually. If you go here and if you press F4, you can see all these things. Square, inch, cube, barrel, centimeter, meter, kilogram, everything we have. Okay. So based on the requirement, you assign the base unit of measure. Okay. Now material group. As I told you, what for we use division in SAP.
division is the product.
Yeah, division of product. So basically, it's a segregation of product on a higher level, right?
Yes.
But you see, if you segregate it, let's say I am running into what do you call? Let's take example of a musical industry, okay? Or let's take a real example. Actually, I'll tell you the real example where I worked actually. So that company was selling DI pipe. That company was selling some ferro alloy material. That company was selling some cement. That company was also selling some electricity also to the nearby places. So now if I have to use division, I will create four division, right? One division for DI pipe, one division for ferroalloy, one division for cement, one division for my electricity, right? But if I go to the DI pipe section or the pipe section, can one division will be sufficient to handle all my pipe division? Because when you go to pipe division, there could be multiple category of pipe also, right? So that's how you will do. You will use the metal group, right? Let's say one sort of pipe we have where we have the zinc coating. So you can create a metal group which will have the zinc coating. There it could be what do you call the based on composition also you can create. Okay, because as I said, whenever you are working with the steel industry and all, there the composition matters. So based on the composition also you can create a metal group. Basically, it's a subdivision. Basically, how you can organize your materials. Okay, maybe you can use some sort of pricing also. Let's say there are few material that are going to follow some different pricing, right? Some different anyway. Something is related to pricing in common between all those material. You can create a material group based on your pricing also, or based on reporting also you can create. So it's up to business how they want to do it. If you go here, let me go to Metal Master and let me press F4. You see, so many metal groups we have here. You can create your own also. You see, whatever this Y or Z you see, those all are custom created. Here, if it doesn't have your metal group, whatever you want to use as per the business, you go and you create your own metal group. But as I said, this will be created by the people, not by you. Okay, mostly because it comes under basic data. Just give me 1 second, guys. Oh, this is your metal group. Uh, yeah. Now there is another field, old material number. Right? When you will use this old material number, when you have, let's say you are already running some old ERP, or let's say you don't even have, say any ERP in your company, you are just using Excel and computers, but some sort of metal code you will have, right? Some code you will have, because as I said, when you are doing any business, you need to print invoices also, right? So in invoice, some code has to be there to do that business. Now let's say you are using some other old system, and for some reason you want that when you are migrating to SAP or you are going to new to SAP, obviously you will follow the new naming convention as per your business requirement. Let's say it's different from the one which you have used earlier. So what you will do for any reason, let's say as I told, maybe the business wants or the end user will say, okay, if you are going to create a new material with the new naming convention, how will we identify which material is which, right? So for that purpose, you can use that old material number. So what you do generally in this old material, you copy the material number which was there in the legacy system and you put it in the S4HANA as the old material number. So there is a linkage. Let's say in the old material it was ABC, in the new SAP system it is called XYZ, right? Then if someone directly opens XYZ, he will get confused. What is this XYZ? I don't have any difference. If you put ABC in that XYZ as the old material number, then anyone, oh, this is the ABC material from the old system. Okay, so this is the XYZ. This has become XYZ, right? So for that purpose, you use this one. If you have, you use. If you don't have, you don't use it. Where you also, if you see, where is that old metal number? It's basic data one only, right? Do you guys see old metal number? No, it must be there. Maybe S4 HANA that got the view got changed, so maybe it will be in some other view, but it has to be there. That old metal number. I also forgot where it is actually. Mm, okay, we don't have. Maybe it's hidden. See, as I asked you in the beginning of the class, customer account group will be used to control the number ranges as well as to control the fields, right? Whichever will appear, whichever be mandatory, which field has to be suppressed, everything you control in the customer account group. So similar function will be there in the material master. Okay. So based on I think material type, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's a material type. So based on the material type, you can hide some fields also. That field controlling and material this number engine, right? That will be controlled by a material type in metal master. The same function will be done by customer account group for customer master. Clear? I'll show you that one. Maybe I can't find it right here. Maybe some other places it must be there. I will show you where it is. Okay. But the purpose is old metal number I said. When you are migrating from any legacy system to S4 HANA, you can use it for reference. So that your end user know, okay, this is the old material and this becomes the new material. So now division. As I told already, it's a high level categorization of your products, which division this metal belongs to, which business division this metal belongs to, right? So that we call division. Here you can see the division. You see, this is the your division. We have used the ZD. ZD means it's a own custom division we have created. Okay, because how you are going to divide your business into division, in which how many division you want to have the business, SAP doesn't know. SAP anyway given some few options. If it does fit, it's fine. If it doesn't fit, you create your own. and then you assign it. Okay. Now product allocation you can leave it. This also you can leave X material not required that much. Yeah. Now this is something important. Not important, but you need to have some idea because something that in interview maybe these people will ask you. So at least theoretically you can answer what the product hierarchy is. Let's say the company name is LG, right? LG is selling some electrical item also, some electronic item also. Hierarchy means what you call the family hierarchy, or the in companies you have like associate engineer, then we have engineer, we have senior engineer, then we have assistant manager, then we have manager, then we have senior manager, then we have MD and all those, right? Hierarchy basically. So in SAP also we have something called as a hierarchy. We call it, there are two hierarchy available in SAP. One is material level hierarchy, that we call it product hierarchy. We don't call it material hierarchy, we call it product hierarchy basically. And similar kind of functionality we have in customer master also. We call it customer hierarchy. Okay, that we will discuss once that topics comes. I'll tell you. But at on a high level, you need to understand the hierarchy in SAP comes is applied at two places. One at the product level, one at a customer master level. Now let's discuss about the product master. As it LG is into the business of electrical and electronics. Let's further divide the electronics. It could be a home appliances, it could be a kitchen appliances. Now, when you're going to kitchen appliance, it could be a wet or some sort of which use the water and everything, and there could be some appliances which doesn't require anything. It's a dry appliance, right? Now, think of a situation you must have seen in some real world also that all the kitchen appliances are getting some 10% discount, right? Or some sort of segregation on higher level. Like every what do you call? Every musical instrument will get some sort of certain discount. So how you control it? Because you see, when let's take example of LG only. If you go to kitchen appliances, there can be hundred of kitchen appliances, right? Made by LG. That could be wet or dry. But if company decides, let's say on Christmas, okay, on Christmas LG wants to boost the sale, they want to apply some sort of discount, and they have decided to give discount on kitchen appliances as let's say 2% extra discount they want to give for 2 days. We get that some sort of offer in Amazon and Flipkart also, right? And every business does that actually do it. So now let's take the example. The LG wants to give discount on all the kitchen appliances, and there could be, I said, 200, 400 materials here inside. It could be wet or dry, that's fine. But these all belongs to your hierarchy kitchen appliances. You will not go and maintain 1,000 condition record for 2%, 2%, 2%. That is also one way of doing. You can maintain 1,000 condition record. But if you have the system configured for product hierarchy, you can just maintain one condition record that okay, all my kitchen appliances will have 2% discount. So you just need to maintain one what do you call one condition record, and then it will follow for everything whichever comes under the kitchen appliances. So it will help you to reduce the effort in maintaining the master data. Okay, let's go to here. You see, this is your. Let us try to give something. I don't know any product hierarchy is configured here or not, but let's try to see. If anything is there, we'll try to assign. Okay. I think it's disabled here. You cannot assign it. Okay. Let me try to create something and then let's try to assign. Now, for some configuration, I think it's disabled. That's fine. You see, here it has divided. First hierarchy group is up to you can have up to 6 level of hierarchy first. Okay, this is the first level. If you see, this is your first level. That is, in our case, it is like electrical and electronics. Okay, so this is its tool, drink, and electronics. Let's say I want to go inside. In our case, we have gone into the electronics hierarchy, right? So how you go in SAP? Let's say you select drink and you want to see what are the further hierarchy for the drink. You select this, you click on the next. Now you see the drinks is further divided into three hierarchy. It could be alcoholic, it could be non-alcoholic, it could be necessary. Now let's further deep dive. Let's select alcoholic and let's go to the next level. You see again, this is the first level of hierarchy, drink. Then second, it's alcoholic. Then subgroup is it could be beer, it could be wine. Let's see. And see now you don't have that next level thing, right? That means this is up to three level it has divided. It is using the coded hierarchy. Okay, first level, second level, and third level. And as I told you, you can go up to sixth product hierarchy in Material Master in SAP. Okay, and I said, let's say the company decided to give discount on alcohol, all the alcoholic item. See, it's a beer. It could be beer. Could be also. It could be hundred types of beer, right? Wine also could be 100 types of beer. Wine they are selling. So they don't want to maintain 100 condition record for discount, 2% discount for each material. What they will do, will simply maintain a condition record at this level. That means all the alcoholic material will get that 2%. Okay, so we use that word hierarchy for that purpose. Clear? Any questions so far?
No, no, no.
Now, general item category group. Okay, this field is one of the parameters to determine the item category in inbound delivery. If you read carefully this line, you should pay attention. It's general item category group. General item category group. Let's go to Material Master. You see, it feels as a field. General item category group. Let's go to Salesforce 1. Let me put some sales area. Okay, we are into creation. Let's not create. Let's go to display mode for our material. Which is this one. Yeah, here we have general item category group as norm. Let's go to Salesforce 1. Where is that? Yeah. You see here also similar field is there. You can see both the fields actually here only. General item category group and item category group. So this field, what you see here, general item category group, is basically the same field what you see in the basic data 1. Okay. You change it here, it will change here itself. Okay, both are same. Just for a better understanding, SAP has given the same field two places. But now you see, this is your item category group. This is your general item category group. Both are sounding very similar, right? Item category group and general item category, but these have a different purposes. The values were everything will same. I think we will see same only. Let's press F4 and see how many options we have here. So we have somewhere around 30 entry, right? Let's see what and all entry we have for item category group. You see same 70 entry we have. But why we have same two field? One as item category group and why we are selling it a general item category group? Let me go to this field actually. Let's see what is this field. You see item category group here. Here it is item category group. Now this is common, right? Item category group. But at one place we have word add general, and then another place we don't have that word general. We have item category group. This field will help you to determine the item category. You see, this is your item category determination. There are four parameters based on which your item category is going to be determined. So this item category group is one of the parameters. So what is this item category? Don't worry. Just remember, this item category group will help you to determine the item category in your sales order. Is one of the parameter among the four parameter, right? Now, This item category, whatever I'm showing you, this is from your sales order side. Okay. So here it will be using the item category group. But if the same material, if the purchasing department is purchasing, basically, see, first you need to understand what this item category does. Okay, remember this is these two. They are very confusing actually. Item category group and item category. Item category group or general item category group, that is something come is there in the material master. But when you just say item category, okay, if you say just item category, that you will see at the sales order level. Let me go to a sales order. I'll show you that one. So don't get confused, because initial days I see many people get confused. Item category, they say item category group. They use the term vice versa. Let me go inside. You see item category. So this is derived via the item category group, but this is different. This field is completely different. Item category. Okay, this is determined by the item category group, but it's not the item category group. So in sales order, you see item category. What is the primary function? I'll give you a high level idea basically. How your item is going to be categorized, whether it's a service material, whether it's a tangible good, whether it's a free good, whether it's a uh, trading good, right? Whether that good has to be delivered or not, whether that good has to go to credit management or not, whether you want costing or not. So every control now for this material you will do based on this item category. This will control all those things. And how it will be determined? There are four parameters I shown you. There are four parameters based on this your default item category will come into a sales order, and this item category group is one of them. So now you see item category group will help the item category to come in sales order. So this item category group is something as the consultant are bothered about. But the same material, maybe there could be one material which you are selling, and the same material maybe you are buying for someone from some vendor also, right? When you are buying it, maybe the material has to behave differently. When you are selling, the material has to behave differently, right? The process are different basically. One time you are buying, one time you are selling. So for that purpose, you have this general item category group. If let's say if you are this material is going to be buy from some vendor, then how that material is going to behave, right? Inbound delivery means it's buying process basically. You can understand. Okay. Outbound means we are delivering it to end customer. So outbound is it's going out from my company. Inbound means that material is going to come inside my company. Okay. So inbound is not FD process. Outbound delivery is our FD process basically. Okay. Item category group you see at two places. Similar word item category group and general item category group. Item category group is something which help you to determine item category in the sales order. And if you say general item category group, similar kind of functionality is there, but it will help you in the purchasing time when you buy it. Clear? And also, what is item category group and what is item category? Item category is different. That you will find in the sales order when you do the transactions. But item category group is something which you call it a master data, which is maintained in the metal master. Clear?
Yeah.
Most of the time you will see same. Here also, if in our example, if you see both are same. If you go to our metal master, you see both are same. Okay. So mostly you can assume most of the time 90 to 95% of the time both will be same. But in some cases you can have different also. Clear? So this will go into the sales order. When you create a sales order, this will help you determine item category in sales order. And this will be used by some other people, let's say purchasing team or some other people. They will use this. Okay. Now all this thing gross weight, net weight, this all you can maintain in metal master. What is the weight of your material? Let's go to benefit one. You see, net weight, gross weight, volume. Because this all will help you to maintain or to manage your shipping and all, right? How much packaging material, how to pack that, what is the weight and all. Everything is because see, sometimes what will happen, you will charge the freight based on the weight, right? It's not volume, it's the weight basically. So
Deepak, like I
yeah,
have a doubt, like item category weight is there,
yeah,
right? The last point we
right.
discussed. That is also maintained by MM because yeah, they'll purchase the
Yeah.
things,
So
right?
So you see there are two fields. This field who will control? General item category, SD or someone else?
Yes.
Not SD. Why someone else? Because it's a general item category. But who will maintain this one?
Item category group.
Item.
This SD consultant will be maintaining, or SD person will be
Yeah, item category group is maintained by
SD, right?
SD.
And this is not
Yeah.
maintained by us. But as I said, mostly it will be same. But you need to focus on this one basically. But you also need to understand what is
Okay.
this one, right? You also need to have some idea. For that purpose, I told you. Okay.
Okay.
You can think of a very generic term as
Okay.
say there is one material, right? How that material is going to behave in sales. You will see that material, you will process that material in a different way when you are thinking from the sales perspective. But the same material, someone from other department also see that material. They want to behave that material to behave the different, right? They'll not see the same material as the sale material. They want to behave that material differently. So for that purpose, we have general item category group. Okay, this is for us. This is for us basically. The functions are same as I said. It will just determine the item category in sales order, and maybe this will help you to determine some item category in the purchasing order. Okay, that I'm not very sure actually. And what it will do, it will decide how that material is going to behave in the particular sales order. And all controls we have in the item category only. Okay, the item category group comes from metal master. Item category that comes in your sales order. It's a transactional stuff. Okay, and how it will determine based on these four parameters: sales order type, then the item category group, then usage, then higher level item category. We'll see all this. Don't worry. Okay. You can think of a scenario. I'll tell you one scenario. So maybe that will help you to understand a little bit clearly. See, as I told you, there could be few material that you are going to produce, that you are manufacturing in your own company, right? And sometime you will sell that material, right? Because eventually you are producing, so you will sell it, right? So you are selling that material. And the same material, let's take example of a fan, okay? I'm producing a fan, I'm selling it. But for some reason, let's say I don't have a stock or for any reason, for transportation or some cost cutting, something. The same fan I'm buying from some vendor also, and that also I'm selling. That could be a real case, right? In the real world, this happens actually. This kind of business process follows. Same material you also produce, same material you buy it from vendor also, the trading good also. Now, when you are selling it to the end customer, that time you want material to behave differently. And when you are doing what do you call, when you are selling it, when you have purchased from some vendor and then you are selling, material is same, right? But the behavior has to be different. So there will be different sales order type, and then based on that you can have the item category group, and you will decide what item category it belongs to. Let me just press F4 here. 10 is our standard actually. Standard means normal tangible goods which you sell. You see there are so many item category group, item category actually. Find 10. Or let's take our example, right? In our example, what is the item category it has taken in the sales order? 10, right?
10.
Now, as I told you, there are four parameters: sales order type, item category group. What is my sales order type? How can you see it? You go to your header, right? And then you can see what is the sales order type. What is the sales order type we have taken?
Alright, zero
Okay,
or
so
9.
let's same thing we should do. Any determination, let's go to position, sales order type, ZOR9. Now, what is my item category in my material master?
10.
No, item category group. Norm,
No,
right?
no.
Let's put norm. You see, what is the item category? 10. So
10.
that's what it has taken 10 in the sales order. If you go to line item, you see this is 10 line item 10. That means this material is going to behave. How this material is going to behave? As a 10. The 10 will have everything, every control inside it. Okay. We'll see when we are discussing this item category and then controls will decide. But as of now, just at the high level, you have to understand how this material is going to behave in this particular sales order is controlled by this item category basically. Okay. Now, this is all about the metal master basic data 1. Okay. The basic data 2 also similar thing. Very basic data it will have. Let us see and go to basic data 2 as well. Okay. These all fields are not important, but maybe for some other businesses this is important, so they will use it. For us, this is not required, so we are not using it. Okay. We can keep it all this field blank. So here, what is all important actually? First of all, unit, metal group, division, general item category group also to remember. It's also important actually. Product hierarchy. If the companies are dividing or using the product hierarchy kind of concept, then only it's important. Else, it's not important. Then the dimension and all, what kg, liter, the volume, everything. This is also important, right? This is important in the basic data 1. Now let's go to sales data, sales org 1. So who will maintain the sales of data 1? Who will be responsible?
SD.
SD, right? So SD owns the sales of data. So generally, what will happen? I'll tell you in the real world. Purchasing department will never touch the data whichever we maintained in the sales of wherever the term sales is there. Nobody will touch it except the sales department. Similarly, you will also never go in the purchasing view and you will not change anything because you don't know this field, right? What is the function of that field? So who will know this? Purchasing department or a P2P consultant or MM consultant will know that. So they will change it. You don't go and change anything. Even though you have access, you don't change it. Right? Because it's not your area. Your area is only into sales. Okay, now let's see what else we have in the sales. Yeah, now you see sales unit. Already we have base unit of measure, right? Metal master. Where is sales unit? Yeah, you see base unit again. The base unit of measure, what you see here, it's coming from here only. Okay. But why we have two base unit? One is the base unit, was the sales unit. Any idea?
A base will used by other
Right.
departments also.
Can you give me
Understand?
one example? Very simple example. Where this unit will be different. So let me give you one example. Let's say I am into a business of selling pens and pencil, right? I may buy the pen in form of boxes. Each box will contain 100 pencils. So when I'm buying from vendor, maybe the vendor is delivering like that only. The vendor sells in the boxes of 100 pieces, one box. So like that only he's selling. He is not selling in loose, right? So when I'm buying from them, I have to buy in boxes only, right? One box, 100 pieces. Two boxes, 200 pieces. But now when I bought it, now I have to sell it. Now for selling, I will say no, I will not sell in boxes. I will sell each pieces,
New.
right? So then you will have a different sales unit. Clear? In which scenario you will have the both the unit different. And again, for the item category group and the general item category group, this is also something which will be same for almost 90% of the case. For few cases only, you will see it is different. Also, if you notice here, we have not maintained the sales unit. We have only maintained base unit of measure, PC. Now, since we have not maintained anything in the sales unit, system understands by default that the base unit measure is also working as a sales unit PC only. And this is why if you go to a sales order, what unit it has taken? PC, directly it has taken PC because there was no sales unit. If you maintain kg here, no, the system will ignore this PC. Now, why? Because now you have purposefully told the system that the sales unit will be kg. Now system will ignore this PC, system will take kg. Clear? And if you keep it blank, system will assume that okay, the base unit is also going to work as a sales unit. The system takes this PC as a sales unit also. Clear? And where and all the sales unit will come? Sales order. Maybe it could be delivery, right? Sometimes you don't create sales order, you directly do delivery. So in delivery also, the same thing. It will take from here only. Clear? Let's go to the next one. And this is also important actually. See, this field controls whether to change the sales unit in the sales document or not. If we check this, system will not allow you to change. Like I told you, let's say it's a PC and kg. I put this checkbox active. That means now if kg will come, I cannot change it to PC because I have made the master data like that only that it's not allowed to change. Yeah, so for that purpose you use this one. See? Now wherever you see this status term, right? Not only this X distribution, everywhere in sales order, in material master, everywhere. What could happen? Let's say today you are selling something, right? But let's say after 1 year you are going to discontinue that material. You are not going to sell it further. But what could happen? Your end user or the salesperson may enter that material by mistake, right? Because they have been selling that material for so long, they can by mistakenly type that material again. So how to restrict that? You put some block in the metal master. So for that purpose, you use these fields. Wherever you see the status field, no, you are using this field to block both material. Okay. Now delivery plant. I have told you from where the plant determines the sales order. Have we discussed this earlier?
Yes, yes.
Okay, from
In the customer master, CMIR, customer master, and
yeah,
delivery.
correct. So this is your third option. If you don't have plant maintained in CMIR and in customer master, system comes and see the metal master as a third option. So this is what we maintain here. Clear? And also see when in the last point which we were discussing, when you put some material as a block, so you need to give some date also, right? From which date it is blocked. Let's say till June it has been sold. From July it is discontinued. So when you put this block, no, you need to also put this date also. From which date it has to be applied. Okay. So when you put this, you need to put this as well. When you put this, you need to put this as well. Okay? Now cash discount. Uh, no, it's already 10. Let's stop here. Let's not continue because this cash discount again it will take some 3-4 minutes to explain. So let's stop here only. From cash discount onwards, we'll discuss tomorrow. Just remember this page number, okay, 83. Okay. You can go and create your material. If you want to create, you can go. You can go to MM01. I'll tell you how to create it. It's very simple actually. You go to MM01. Don't change this material to G12_96F because this we are using for some other what do you call classes also I'm using this material. Don't change anything. But when you how do you create? You see you go to MM01. Now you can give your reference material. You see copy from. When you give some material here, basically what you are saying telling system, you copy everything default data from this material, whatever is maintained in this data, you create with a similar material. Now you can give your own material number here. Okay, let's say anything I give. Uh, My name is not defined for material type including goods. Okay, let's take some other number. You see, you press enter, and now you don't extend anything. Just you can do one thing. You deselect everything. You select only these two for time being. Okay. You click OK. You see everything whatever we have maintained in the TG12 underscore 96, it has taken everything. The weight, norm, everything it has taken from that material only. If you want to change, you change it. Let's say for this material, I want the net weight to be 12 kg. I will maintain like this. Basic data to save it. You see, your material is created now. Yeah. You can try creating few data. Don't take many views. You can just take few simple views and then you can see. Now see this TSPYY it is already created. If I try to create it again, we have just extended the basic data basically as of now, right? Let us do one thing. Let me open this material now. You see, I get very few options here, right? In my TG12 web, I was getting so many views, but for this material, when I open, I get only very few information because I have only created these three views only. You see, wherever this radio button comes, these only views we have maintained. Okay, you can try creating few materials by your own for learning purpose. MM01, you can take this material also as a reference now because this is also created. You can create few materials by your own. Okay, you take different industry sector, you take different material type, and then you can try creating. You will learn something. You'll get some error, but it will help you to learn.